Hi, I'm back again for page 7. I'm trying to be as loud as I can. My voice is a little bit hoarse. So, page 7. This is the paper that I've chosen. And I have to say, right from the beginning, if you're going to do exactly what I did and use the Sweet Dixie Snowflake edge die, it's going to take a little bit of fussing and playing around, trying to line things up. Well, at least it is the way I do it. Okay, so let's start with scoreboard, so I can give you the measurements of everything you'll need. So the first thing, as you can see, I've cut my decorative edges in already, so you can see where I've done them, and if you want to do the same, you can. Right, this is 8 1/4 by 3 3/4, and nothing else, and I've just put my decorative edge in. That's one piece. The second piece, this is 7 1/8 by 4 3/4, and on the 4 3/4 side I've scored it at 4 1/8 of an inch. On the 7 1/8 of an inch side I have scored it at 3/5 of an inch and at 6 1/2 inches. Next piece. Right, my next piece is 9 1/4 inches by 7 1/8 of an inch. On the 7 1/8 of an inch, it is scored at, not very well and not very clearly, it is scored at 3/8 of an inch and 6 1/2 inches. And on the 9 1/4 inch side, it is scored at 4 1/8 and 8 1/4, and also 8 3/8. And this is the bit where it got complicated. Right, for this bit, because I had to line this up with something else, so I'll give you the measurements first and then we'll go through it. So this piece ended up being 6 7/8 of an inch long by 5 7/8 of an inch wide, and I've scored it on the 6 7/8 side at 6 inches and 6 1/8 of an inch. Now this gives me a flap, a small gusset, what will be the backing of a pocket, plus a flap, a decorative edge with a magnet in it. Now on this piece, which is the 9 1/4 by 7 1/8, this is going to be a pocket at the top. Okay, so I've folded it in half, and what I've done is I've put a magnet behind my decorative edge here. So this decorative edge is at the bottom, it will be covered up on the inside, and there's a magnet here which I've sandwiched in between another piece of the cardstock. Here you can see I've cut it off here and added it on, so there's a magnet sandwiched in the back there, and that should line up like that, overlap just slightly like that, and this from the score line to the score line should be 8 1/4 inches. Now of course, if you just wanted not to cut a decorative flap here, just to have a decorative flap here, go over, that would be fine. To be honest, that would probably be a lot easier and it would look just as good, because the decorative edge that matches this one is going to be on the pocket front, which is going on here, like so. Now I know I haven't explained that particularly well, but as we put the page together, hopefully you'll see what I mean. So page 7, I'm starting off with my base page, which is 5 7/8 by 8 1/4 inches, no flats, it's just plain. And I'm going to start with, I'm going to start off with my top flap. So this is the 9 1/4 inch side, which is scored at 4 1/8, 8 1/4 and 8 3/8. It's that way around. So when you fold up the first large flap here, that's where I put my decorative edge. Okay, and then I have a gusset, and then I have my flap which glues to the page. But first of all, I need to cut the bits off that need to be cut off. So what I'm going to do is going to make this slightly easy. I'm going to fold my score lines at the edges. Just so I can see them. And from this first 4 1/8 of an inch score line right down to the bottom, I'm going to remove it. So from the 4 1/8 right the way down on that score line, taking off. And I'm also going to do the same to the other side, if I can see my score line. Okay, so that bit just gets cut off there. I would definitely say don't bother putting in a decorative flap on this bit. To be honest, it's a pain. You don't really need it. It just gives you more hassle. Okay. These flaps then get tucked inwards. And then all we're going to do is put on double-sided sticky tape onto the edges there. As my double-sided sticky tape goes on, I will mitre the edges. Okay, Now before I go any further, I'm going to pause filming so that I can cover up the back of this one, which means that I'll have to put my decorative papers on first. And this is the top one, decorative paper for the top. So what I have to do is I have to place this down and then just cover over this piece at the back. Actually, I don't suppose I need to cover up that piece at the back really, but it might be useful. Yeah. Just going to put a piece over the back here, and I'm going to choose just a scrap piece of paper. So I'm going to cover up that bit at the back and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've lined the back badly. Better glue down that edge. And this one too. Make sure there's no glue on the back because that will just stop this being a pocket and it will just be a pretty flap. Okay, so the idea of this is just going to be folded up to be a pocket with a small gusset and the flap here. So next thing to do is to make it into a pocket, flap obviously being at the top. I'm going to take off the tape backing. So it's really, really late at night. So if I've made a total mess of this, I am sorry and I hope you can understand it. I don't work best at night. But then I don't work best in the mornings either. I'm definitely not a morning person. Okay. So I'm just going to fold that up. Make it into a nice pocket there. Okay, next I want to put some double-sided tape here. Just up to that first score line. Don't want to go over it and don't want to go into my gusset. And that's quite a heavy pocket, so I'll give myself an extra bit of room there. So it can take the weight of that pocket. And there we go. I'm going to take my base page, and this is going at the top. Now I've had to design this page to be quite thin because the previous page, which was the page with the geese on it, is actually quite thick. So I want to try and even it out a bit and keep this one as thin as I can. Okay, just going to bring that down so I can see my full gusset. And I'm going to attach this to the top of the page. Just like that. Okay. Okay, so my next piece is this one. Like I said, I think it was a waste of time lining all of that up. I think it'd just been easy just to put a magnet underneath the decorative paper and have the magnet on an extended edge here, a decorative edge here. But I had this amazing idea, and you know how it is, you get carried away. Okay, so I'll put some tape on here. Once again, just up to that first score line and not over it. Leaving my gussets free. And then miter in just up to that first score line. Okay, so that's my top. This is the bottom of the page. Just going to make sure that gusset is very much well scored and burnished. Okay, remove my tape backing. Add my glue. And then just gently for the moment pop it on there. Let's see if it lines up okay. When the gusset is flat, when the gusset is up and not flat, that should be fine. That should line up lovely, and it does. Well, that's good enough for me, that should be fine. Okay, so the front of here is going to be this pocket, and because this is a folded piece of paper, obviously the pocket's going to go right down to the bottom, and I'd like this one to do the same. So I'm going to fold in my 3 score lines. And I'm just going to miter these corners off. And I'll fold those in once again to get a full pocket. I don't want any overlap, so I'm just going to take an extra bit off of there. Okay, now I want some double-sided sticky tape along all the edges. again, I've forgotten to put my piece of decorative paper on the back. Decorative paper, plain paper. So I'll quickly do that now. Should just about be enough. Sure I haven't stuck it down at the front here. Just want to stick down the decorative edge, just want to stick down the backing, not the decorative edge. Stick it down the corners. So when I say I'm going to back the decorative edge to make it easier for things to slide in and out, this is all I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so let's carry on with my double-sided sticky tape. Right to these edges as well. And then this pocket front is ready to go on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bottom backing paper off the tape first from that bottom flap. Line that up to that score line. Make sure it will be lined up to the rest of the page. And then do my sides. Come on. So try not to get my head in the way again. Make sure this is not stuck down. It's stuck down. There. And slip my decorative paper underneath just so it's ready. There. Okay, so then this flips down, this flips up. The last bit to do, obviously this and this will have to be decorated. I'm just going to flip that back for the moment to work on the centre here. Now I'm going to put my decorative paper down first. Now which way round do I want this? Right, this page is on the left. No, it's not, it's on the right. it's on the right, facing upwards. So I think I'm going to have the pocket on this side, because it's a side facing pocket here. So because it's a straight page pocket and there's no flaps on it, I'm going to put my backing paper down first. And this is going on the right hand side of the page. Just like that. And then my pocket is going straight down on top with my decorative paper going this way. So get this down. And really it's just a large a large tuck spot really, I guess, more than anything else. So I'm using quite thick tape. Because I want it to stay stuck down quite well. There we go. Tape backing off. My glue on there, and then this one goes to the left. There we go. And my decorative paper will go under here. If I can get it not to stick down. Okay, so I am going to decorate this. Get my mats and tags. So you have the big side pocket here, and then pocket here, pocket here, and that closes up, and that's page 7. That's all there is to it. So I'm going to decorate, and I'll be back to show you it all finished. Almost finished decorating. I've just got to do the bird's eyes with the sepia accents and my poinsettia with the diamond stickles. But other than that, it is all done. See, I've done my embellishments, the frosted mistletoe, the holly, and the poinsettia. I've put on my little flat back pearls. One of them's slightly wobbly. Okay, got just a little photo booklet, one in the top, one in the bottom, and together they do make one picture. And then I've just put the same decorative paper at the top and the bottom here, as I have done in the middle, and then I've added a couple of matching photo mats and another larger photo booklet, which is the full one of this picture. So there it is, page 7, apart from a little bit of sparkle, all done. Next time, page 8, We are over halfway. I think I'm having 12 pages. And then I'm hoping to do something really special with the cover. Fingers crossed. Something I actually haven't seen yet. I don't think. Let's just say I have a small musical box. So, page 7, all complete. And I'm so sorry this video took so long. I'm not too sure why, just late at night, lots of flapping and rambling on, but there we go. So until page 8, bye bye.